Okay, so here's part 2 of the React Live app from scratch thing that I'm doing. Oh my goodness. I'm actually nervous about this one for some reason. I don't know why. I should be used to making a fool of myself on live stream by now, but I'm nervous. I haven't done it for a while actually. I've been working in React Native for work, and React Native still uses React, but it's a little different than React DOM, which is in the browser. So let's see how much I can remember for one thing. So you see I have my Visual Studio Code opened up, and I've already navigated into the directory I want to start my project in. So what are we going to do? npx create React app. And then I have to decide what to call it. In my last video, I'm using an API that you can search through all the heroes and villains of either DC or Marvel universes and display their information basically. So I'm going to name it something like that. How about heroes, if I spell it right, heroes villains. That sounds good. And I pushed enter. That means I'm creating a React app. Isn't it wonderful? It's so magical. Now, the first thing I like to do when I create a React app is go through the boilerplate and remove all the stuff I don't need. I'm just like a compulsive cleaner organizer. So I hate having stuff in there that I don't need. I thought about what to use for styling this. Now, it's such a simple app that I could just use CSS. But I do like using libraries. One that I became kind of pretty familiar with, let's go over, is called React Bootstrap. And I have it pulled up here. React, it's pretty easy to pick up. If you know React and you know Bootstrap, then React Bootstrap is pretty simple. But I'll start with React Bootstrap because learning that actually helped me transition to React Native, just being familiar with pre-styled components. So we'll use that for this one. Happy hacking, there you go. So now I will cd into, what did I call it? Heroes. It's good to remember the names you call things. And villains. And then we'll even do npm start or yarn start. Okay. And that is going to start it up for us. So here's my React app. Isn't it beautiful? There we go. I'm done. I've created a React app. But this is literally a React app. So you have public, this favicon ico. That's what this little guy up here is, I discovered. And you can change that. Actually, I changed that with, let's see, Martha. Yeah. So I changed that like I changed it here. I made my own little MS icon thing. And then, let's see, where's my, oh yeah, this one. I made this one into a little Pokeball. So anyway, there's ways to have fun with this stuff. That's the favicon ico. And then you see it, and then the logo. These are the logos that are being used on this main page, which I will not need. But the source here is where we're going to be building things. So you have index.js, which has the app, is rendering the app component here. And app is where you have you've got the header, the image, all the text, and the link. That's what you got showing here. So this is the app component that we are seeing right now. And this is going to be the parent component for our app. Because remember, the design I came up with, there's one parent component, and I think there were just two other components, the search bar and the display of the information, basically. So, except I was thinking about the different edge cases, and I might have to have a modal popping up to choose which option. If there are several options for your search, you might have to choose which one you want, and I might use a modal for that. So there might be more components than I was planning on. We'll see. But for my minimum viable product, I just had the two. So first thing, what do we need? No. First, I'm going to create a new GitHub repo. This is another step. And you don't usually do this in tutorials either. And I just realized my little YouTube chat has disappeared. Where is it? Swipe. Oh, crap. Where is it? Oh. I thought I accidentally closed it and then it would just be done. Oh my goodness. That freaked me out for a second. Okay. What am I doing? GitHub repo. Ready, go. I went through one tutorial where someone actually pushed to GitHub regularly, and I appreciate it so much because you just don't get that in tutorials, but it's a very good practice to have. So I have my whatever it's called, profile here. I'm just going to add a new guy, new repository, and I will also call this Heroes Villains. Oh, look at that. Someone else, that's a new thing. I don't think I've ever seen that before, whether it's available or not. That must be a new feature. Search for your favorite hero. I don't know what I make things dramatic. Comic book characters! Exclamation point. Yeah, so exciting. Create repository. Okay. Copy this guy and paste this guy. And that should do it. I should now have a remote repository where I can push my changes and it will be saved. So that's excellent. And that's open source, so you guys could branch it and copy it and do your own thing if you want to. That'd be fun. Okay, so let's get started. Ba-boing! I'm gonna get rid of these guys. Don't need them. I will add a title. Just call it Heroes and Villains now. Okay. Now, why is this highlighted in red? That's new. Weird. Oh, I stopped. It's not working anymore. I gotta start it up again. Get it started. Thinking about it. It's thinking about it. And there it is. There's my app. It's already starting. Anyway, okay, so Heroes and Villains is our title. Now, I said I wanted, since there's only going to be 3, no, I'm going to make a components folder because that's just best practice. That's what I like to do, components. And then in the components folder, I will create a search bar.js. I've been working with TypeScript since starting my job, and this will actually be kind of nice just doing JS. There's another layer of complexity with TypeScript, which is helpful, but also makes things a little slower. Search bar, and now I need to decide what to call this other component. It's the display component. It's the card component. I could call it the card hero card. No, it might be a villain. Character card.js. That's what I'll call it. That's a good name. Okay, so in the search bar, RAFCE. Oh, my shortcuts aren't working. Oh, there's this wonderful shortcut that used to work on Visual Studio Code where it just created a functional component, the skeleton for a functional component with the right name. And I don't know why it's not working. It's probably some extension that I've disabled or didn't install since I switched computers, whatever. But I'll have to look into that because I miss that so much. Otherwise, it's actually, no, I don't like typing. I'm going to copy and paste. Get rid of this guy because I don't care about it. Get rid of this guy because I don't care about it. I'm not using that. Bye-bye. I'm not using CSS files. I haven't used CSS files since I've been doing React Native, basically, because you don't use CSS in React Native. So, okay, so what am I doing? I'm gonna copy and paste so I don't have to type. Except this is going to be called, oh, usually I capitalize things though. It's not too late. I'm gonna rename, because I usually capitalize things. By the way, if you guys, anyone more experienced than I am, have tips or see things that I'm doing that are not best practice that you could share with me, I'm still learning and I love to learn, so I would love to get those tips from you. Okay, so now that I have done search bar, oh, I gotta do search bar down here too. There we go. And I'm just gonna call it search so I know it's there. Let's go. Oh, it's not gonna be there though because I haven't put it in here yet. So let's put it in here. Let's get our search bar going here. Boop. You can oh, it didn't, wait, what? Anyway. Why it cannot find, does not match corresponding disk. Let me reread that error here. Cannot find file search bar JS. It should be capitalized because I renamed it. So why didn't it understand my renaming? It's renamed here. Oh, it's not renamed here though. That's interesting. I don't know why I did that. But now it should work. Bloop. Heroes and villains and search. So I've got two components now. I've got the parent component and the search component. Let's do another component. Okay. I always like to just create my components first, which, you know, I was never able to do when I first started out because I didn't do enough planning ahead of time to even know what components I needed. Search bar, and what did I want to call this one again? Oh, character card. Wait, I already created it. Never mind. I already created it. Boop. And it's going to be called oh, I have to recapitalize this one too. Wait a minute. Oh, because I haven't saved it. That's why. There we go. But why? Just a second. Why is that see, now it's okay. Okay, it didn't automatically recapitalize since the tab was open. I think that's the problem, possibly. Still getting to know this stuff. Okay. Character card. I love the auto imports. See how it magically appeared up there? Anything automatic is just lovely in development. Okay, so now now we're getting the same thing. And it just doesn't catch up for some reason. Oh, right. That's the same problem as before, duh. Can you tell I'm nervous? I was so nervous for this one for some reason. I'm like starting to get sweaty. It's okay. Breathe and relax. We're having fun, right? Okay. Oh, thank you. Thank you for the congratulations on my first job. It's been really nice. I love working with React Native. So I have my three components that I planned on having: heroes and villains, search, and character. All right, great. Now, what are we going to do? We need some information, right? Last time I looked at the API and, oh, actually I should open up that API. And was playing around in Postman, testing endpoints, fetching character names, etc. So now let's see if we can do that in our app here. Yeah, let's see if we can do that in our app, okay? Well, I guess the other thing, I was going to do React Bootstrap, right? So right now it doesn't look super nice. Let's do React Bootstrap to get it looking nice, and then we can work on displaying some data from the API. First, I'm going to do a little git add. This is why I like having two two things down here is so that I can have the server running on one and do my Git stuff or any other things over here. So I did git commit, and I'll say create basic file structure. Sounds good to me. Push. Okay, so here it is. To get started, all you got to do is this. Boop, boop, boop. npm install. Here we go. Install React Bootstrap. And you've got components. So for React Bootstrap, specifically, I thought it would be really great to use this progress bar, which I've used before in an app, to show, because when you get the power stats for each of the characters, it shows a percentage, and I thought it would be neat to display it as like a bar like this. And you can even make it different colors, like, let's see, you can have it stripy. Where's this? Oh yeah, you can even have it like green, yellow, or red, or different colors depending on how much the progress is. So that would be kind of fun to add in there. It's kind of fun. And the layout, like this is kind of the thing that helped me with React Native, because instead of using divs, you're using these pre-styled components that are automatically responsive. And so like in React Bootstrap, it's a container. And then you can specify rows and columns. In React Native, it's a view. You just have views instead of divs. So, and you have to get to know these components. You know, it's a component library. So let's see if it's done installing. Still installing. You know, in tutorials, they kind of skip the installation. They skip a lot. Like, the tutorials you watch are very well edited. That's why they go so quickly and so smoothly. It's not in real time. It's all planned out ahead of time and edited together very nicely. Okay, so now it's installed here. So in the app, right now I don't need this class name because I'm not using CSS. What I am going to do, wait, what's the example? Wait, go back. What's the example of how to do that? Yeah, you just do import button. This is less ideal, but this is kind of what I'm used to, because if I have several components, I could just list them in here, as opposed to have a long list of things I'm importing. And that's what I do in React Native too. So, okay, but I don't want button, I want container. And this div is not going to be a div. It's going to be a container. Okay. So let's see what that did. Layout. Right, so rows and you can make it fluid. Rows and columns. I'm getting a reminder of how you do this. So basically, I have this whole thing as a container right now. This if I put this all in a row, these are each going to be different rows. I don't think I need to do that though. I don't need to do that. I need to do a refresher on React Bootstrap is what I need to do. You know what? I need to do a refresher on React Bootstrap. So I will save the styling stuff for later and I'll start fetching some data. How about that? That sounds good. Because I remember how to do that. Because I do that in React Native. Okay. So to fetch some data, here's what we want. We want this from React as well. Use state and use effect. The two most vital React hooks that you can learn. There's many React hooks, but these are the most important ones because state and lifecycle methods are the two things that you use a lot with class components, right? And these hooks allow you to use them in functional components. Very important. Okay, so let's just say, let's set some state which is going to be our character, okay? Character info. And I'm going to set character info. Whoops. And let's just have it empty for now. That would not go over well with TypeScript, but I can do it without TypeScript. So that's nice. Okay, now use effect, whoops, is what I will use, whoops, for the API call, which you would usually do in component did mount in a class component. What am I doing? I'm fetching. Ready, fetch. And I need the URL, so I'm going to have to go back to the API list and find the URL again because I didn't save it. I might have it here in Postman, actually. Where are you, Postman? Because I just used it, so it might still be there. And I think it is. Ta-da! Great! Whoops. Don't do that, whatever that was. Alright, so this is what I want. And it has my key here, too. So that's good because I want my key. I'm going to start with an actual, you know what? That's another thing I need in state, isn't it? Yeah, I need the name of the character in state. Wait, I don't want a new tab. I want to go this one. I need the name of the new character, of the character in state, because that's going to be at the end of the URL. To search for it. So I'm going to say character name and set character name. Use state. And let's just give it an initial name here. Let's use Supergirl because there were no edge cases with that one. And I'm just going to hard code it in there. We'll make it dynamic. We'll make it, it will receive that from the search bar app is what it'll do. But for now, we're going to do that. So here we go. I got this. Ba-ching. Copy. I need to reorder this. So no, I've got too many screens open. Never mind. It's just fine. Okay. Oh, need quotes. Okay, so that. Oh, and sorry, I gotta put this guy. I need these little dashy things. I forget what these little dashy things are called. Anyone wanna help me out? I am using fetch for this. There's different ways of fetching data from an API. There's the fetch method, and there's another library called Axios, which is also very common. The less I can mess around with external libraries, unless they really, really help me out, the better. And Axios helps out a little bit, but not a huge significant amount, at least not for what I'm doing. I'm just doing one little fetch to an API, not really worth installing a whole nother library for. And okay, so, and I don't need a bearer token. This is not going to have a body. Yeah, this is not going to have a body or anything, so I don't even need a comma. I don't even need anything else in here. I just need the URL. Great, that makes it simple. So, but I will make this the character name. Whoops. Character name. So that will be the end of that. Now, I always forget what this next part of fetch is, so I'm going to look it up. Oh my goodness. This is what I do. I look stuff up. That is what I do. There we go. Perfect. That's exactly what I need. Then response, then this. I will just copy and paste. I mean, is there any shame in having to constantly look things up? I guess it makes things take like a minute longer, maybe a few seconds longer, but it also saves me from potentially forgetting one little thing and spending a long time trying to figure out what it is too. So anyway, and this is not the async await. I mean, this is not the try catch syntax, which is a yeah. Come on, you could do it. Oh, all my shortcuts are gone. I need to find that thing that does the shortcuts, the extension, because if you type this in, it automatically can generate a try catch block, which is very nice. Let me see how long I've gone. I've gone half an hour already, and we're just getting started. Welcome to the land of web development, people. It does take a long time to do anything, pretty much. You know what? I better stop here. No, I can't stop here. I've got to get some data, okay? I got to get some data. At least console log the data, okay? This should at least console log the data. I don't have a try catch or anything. This is not fancy. So, so this is just going to happen right away because I didn't use effect. It's not from pushing a button or anything. So all I need is a place to display this. So, oh wait, I don't need a place to display it because I'm console logging it. There we go. Now I've got this. It has been blocked by CORS policy. No! So I've got a problem. Failed to fetch. You know what? I think that I have done that before in an app, come to think of it. That was a long time ago. I've had to struggle through this no access CORS thing. And I did figure it out, but it was kind of complicated. So I'm not going to get it done tonight, guys. Sorry, this is going to have to wait for tomorrow. I'm going to refresh my knowledge of React Bootstrap a little bit. I'm going to look into this CORS error thing and try to remember how you get around it and what's going on there. This is a good beginning, though, and I'm going to do one final commit, just saying that I created, one final commit before I close it up for the night. What did I do? I created state and use effect blocks for fetching data. Sure, why not? That sounds good. And then git push. Yeah, because when I do get that data, what I'm going to do is I'm going to say, instead of console log data, I'm going to say set character info data. And then that will be in state. And then I will use that and pass it down to character card, which is now a child of this parent component. And then that character card will display the data however I want it to. So plans for next time, for the future. Thanks for coming, everyone.